quickly on emSigner, just stemming out of the discussion that we had. Now, having understood that we have cryptographic digital identity that is provided to a user or an organization, how do we utilize it within the digital ecosystem? So we have a solution called emSigner, which is a combination of workflow, e-signature, and doc store. Now, quickly getting into the face of the application. Now, this application, as mentioned by Scott, has been used by different banks and enterprise in this region. Now, speaking about the users, there are internal and external user, which allows them to kind of fetch the document, create a workflow, and sign it. Now, I'm going to log in as an internal user within the platform, and login mechanism can be used in password based, or it could be SSO or Active Directory. Now, once I log into the application, I get to see the dashboard. And since the application revolves around document signing, workflows, and routing, so I see the dashboard with different status of it, which is pending, completed. And if I have to pick one document out of it, I'll be able to see what action I need to do based on whether it is pending for my signature or if it is waiting for others as well. On the left-hand side, we do have the workflows or the template that is already configured within the platform. As you are aware, when you talk about the document pushed for approvals or signature, either it is a specific template or a process which is already defined, or something that you can create on the go and then push the document to be enabled. In case if you already have any template that is defined, then definitely that is available as part of it for the user to pick up and sign. Now, for this demo, I quickly take up an sample. So today, maybe in case if I have to sign an agreement with all the partners as part of this initiative, this has already been, process is defined within the organization, and it has been configured within the platform. So as an internal user, I'm going to select the a workflow or a template. So how the structure is going to be is as a channel partner agreement for eMudra. So it could be two signatory. One is the internal user, and this is a sample, but yeah, this is how it is going to proceed. One is going to be the internal signatory, and second is going to be an external user who is the partner who is going to sign the document. So for me to enable this workflow, I get to see the document. In fact, I have uploaded a document which I would want to send for signature. Now, having said this, the workflow is configured in a way that there are two signatories as part of it, as discussed earlier, and these are the placeholder for the signature to sign. Now, as a first step, I'm going to select myself as the first signatory from eMudra, who is going to sign the document. And just to share the experience of how the external user or partner is going to sign the document, I'm going to take a sample email and send it as an external user to sign. Now, having said this, the workflow is configured, the signatory is selected. In case if I would like to add any supporting documents like terms and conditions, I'll be able to attach it over here. For now, I'll keep it open. So once the workflow is configured and initiated for signing, the second step is to kind of sign the document, right? So this is where I think the e-signature component that we have comes into picture. In case if I have to sign this, I don't have to print it, kind of get the wet signature and then upload it. I can do it right in the application. So what I do is I'm going to select the signature. Now, as discussed earlier by Scott, we support different modes of signature. It could be e-signature or it could be digital signature. In few cases, we have already integrated with the trust service provided in specific region as well. Now, for this demo, I'm going to use a simple electronic signature, and then I get to see the name of the person which is going to be displayed as a font, or we also allow the user to draw the signature, something of the sort. Or if the user has a specimen signature that you would like to upload, then we will allow that as well. In case if the user has a signature pad, something that we can capture on the go and then have it signed. Now for this demo, I'm just going to select a predefined font, and this is how the signature is going to look like on the document, and then I'll quickly float it for signing. Now, as for the workflow that has already been designed here, this will be move to the second signatory where they will be able to select the signature and push it for signing. But before I show the experience of an external user to sign, within the platform, we get to see how many documents are pending. At this stage, it is 2 documents, and we get to know whether it is waiting for my signature or it is waiting for others to sign. So in this case, it is waiting for my partner to sign. I get to see the document over here. We also have something called a signer order diagram. So today, in this case, it is only 2 signatories is about to sign the document, but in the real-time scenario, you'll have multiple signatories. At any point in time, if you'd like to understand where the document is pending for signature, you'll be able to get the insight over here. Now, let me quickly log out from here and then come as a second user perspective as an external user or a partner here. So partner is going to receive an email, something of the sort, which says that, dear partner, this is the document which is sent by this particular user at this point in time. And all you need to do is click on preview to access the document and sign. So in this case, I'm going to click on preview. So we here introduce an authentication mechanism. If it is, it is optional, but definitely would be required. Where the moment I click the link, there is an OTP which is sent to the respective user. And based on the authentication using the OTP, they get to see the document. So once they see the document, the second action is going to be to review the document. So I get to see that this is the document which is already signed by the first user. And these are the placeholder for me to sign. Looks like I have to sign in all the pages. And I can click to next to understand where all I need to sign within the document. I can very well go and sign this document, but before that, a couple of other aspects of it. In case if there is any attachments like terms and conditions, I'll be able to see it over here to fetch and see or review it based before I sign the document. I can also decline this particular transaction if it is required by adding my remarks here. So I could be whatever reason I would like to decline, I'll add as a remark over here. We can also add comments here. So it may not be inside the document as it's going to be tamper-proof document, but you can do the comments outside the application or outside the document, and then you get to have it notified to all the signatories who is part of this workflow as well. So now, since I'm convinced with whatever the terms and conditions is available as part of it, I'm going to click next to sign the document. So again, here the same scenario as an external user. They don't need a sophisticated environment to sign the document. They just click on the sign and then they get to see different modes of signature. Again, here, maybe in this case, I'm just going to draw my signature, something of the sort. Click on apply and preview. I get to see the document which is ready for sign. Now, next step, I'm going to click on sign and finish. So this completes the workflow because in our scenario, we had 2 signatories. If it was the case that there are multiple signatories, the system will automatically float the document to different signatories until it is completed. Now, getting back to the application here as an initial signer. So let me open the document. So while I open the document, just to understand the objective that any organization would have to onboard this application. One is to make sure that the workflow is completely automated and then the operational efficiency is taken care of. Second is to make sure that we move completely paperless and that do the whole transaction digitally, which we were able to do it. But the third key aspect is going to be the document authenticity. So today, once the document is signed and then when it is put forth for verification, how do you make sure that this is an authentic document? Just so to say that this is the signed document, you have all the signatures captured by 2 signatories. So in case if I have to validate the document within the application, we have doc logs. This will give you the complete insight of the document, like your unique transaction number, how many signatories were there, internal, external. It also captures all the activities that has been performed around the document at each level. It also captures the the username, email address, IP address, and in fact, the browser details and information as well. So all this information are timestamped, so which means it becomes an authentic document while we have to verify within the platform. The same can be extended outside the application as well. So very simple. Anybody can open this document in Adobe, and Adobe does the validation and checks whether it is valid or not. So it says it's signed and all signatures are valid. Now, if I have to scroll the mouse, this is the signature of the first person, and then this is the second signature, not just an image that you see here. So the moment I scroll the mouse, I get to see that it is valid signature. You can very well validate by clicking on the signature. You get to see that this is signed by someone from eMudra, and my name is already displayed over there with the timestamp. It also gets you the information that this is not modified and the current user is valid. So this is how you kind of validate it in the whole journey that we happen to see now. The usage of cryptographic key for the signing process, in fact, to provide the identity for that user or an organization, along with it having the document securely kind of stored within the platform. So this gives you the overall picture of how the application is utilized. So we have touched the layer of it, but definitely when it comes to enterprise, as Scott mentioned, this is the technology layer. Definitely we get into the process and policies that has enabled all the organization that we have worked with to go completely paperless and move towards digital transformation and zero trust.